Good afternoon. This is Ginni Aneja, and I'm here with your numerological analysis for the month of August 2021. Well, July has not been a very great month, so to say, from the natural disasters perspective. And unfortunately, August and dare I say, even September is not going to be very great. So, yes, that is bad news, but somewhere hidden in the bad is always some good, which is what we always fail to understand. Now, August being the eighth month and this being the 2021 year, which adds to 41, makes it a 49 month. And 9 has always been the number of massive and drastic changes. Not only that, we all, well, a lot of people think, and it is a belief that 4 and 8 numbers are not very easy numbers, they are karmic numbers. And it's more about the combination of numbers rather than the number itself. That is what you need to understand. So, no number is bad. What makes it bad or difficult is the combination of certain numbers, and this being a 5-year, 41 adds to a 5, 2021 in whatever manner adds to a 5. There are a lot of other calculations that go behind it which give up different numbers. And so this month, I believe, is going to bring about permanent changes as far as the job structure, business, finance is concerned in the lives of a lot of people, majority of people. Not only that, so when I speak about health, I will talk in detail. But changes in since 2020, whatever major changes that we are experiencing are actually all man-made. And now, when we speak about man-made changes, we all know about the pandemic that is going around, and it has brought a major change in all our lives. Now, these changes day by day seem to be just getting worse. Doesn't seem to be life getting back to normal. Whatever is happening, and the number of people that are waking up to the reality, to the fact, to the truth, to all the crimes that have been happening over centuries, decades, I would say centuries, are now being exposed and revealed. Again, there are a lot of people, there are two sets of people now, those who believe in it, those who are waking up, and those who don't believe in it, and they think, oh, this will pass. Yes, it will pass, but life is not going to get back to normal that used to be normal before 2020. Yes, there is the effect of the major outer planets like Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus, which are playing havoc, along with the inner planets like Saturn, Jupiter, and Rahu Ketu. But well, let's leave astrology aside for the moment. Mars is also one of the closer planets. But whatever is happening and the way these planets are moving, protests have been going on for almost most part of July. They had started in small measures since a couple of months, even earlier than that, around the world. But July has actually seen massive global protests, and although the authorities are not happy with it, and they're trying to subdue it, they're trying to not let the public know, the social media is being tracked, and accounts are being deleted, and people are being arrested, and FIRs are being made all around the world against what could be helpful to humanity. This now, from August onwards, is going to trigger a massive civil war in many countries. And when I talk here about numerology or when I do my tarot readings, it is not just for India. Let's make that one thing very clear. So when I say civil wars, it is because when the public is trying to get back to their normal life and fight for their freedom and their right and justice, and the authorities are trying to control them, stop them in every which way possible, this is going to trigger angst, frustration, which is going to lead to civil war, and it is not far from massive civil wars. So it may have started off as a bio war, may have started off controlling of humanity, depopulation, etc., etc., but that's not how it's going to end. It's, well, we'll come to that. So, and what I'm saying when I talk about civil war, it's not just in August. August is just the beginning. It's going to go on even to next year. Well, we'll talk about that in December when I do the reading for 2022. But it's wake up time for the world at large. And I just remember that I'll have to make this video in Hindi as well. English just comes naturally. Well, it's wake up time for the world at large. And those who have not woken up, it's time that they do. Because if you want to live and you want to live peacefully and long, happy, healthy life and have the kind of freedom and privacy that you thought you always had, well, we've all been very wrong about that, but we thought that we had. And if you wish to have a better life, if you wish to have a life at all, it's time that you wake up. Do your fasts, do your liquid diets, do your meditations, your breathing, and try and get your hands on organic food. So, a lot of people have died since last year. I will not get into the reasons. I've already done a lot of videos on my other channels about this, and you should go and see that if you haven't already. I will put up the link of the channels below this video. So it is wake up time. When you do, you need to decalcify your pineal gland so that you can connect with your soul, you can connect with the universe, and you can wake up to the truth. It's not called third eye for no reason. It is the third eye of a human, of a person, and everybody has it. Everybody has that foresight. Everybody has that insight. Now, coming to the effect of August 2021 on Mother Earth, very important. July has seen floods, earthquakes, landslides, forest fire, and whatnot. August, okay, it's really sad, and I really don't know how to break this to you, but July, let me say, was just a trailer. So the water element is out for now. A lot of floods have happened all around the world, and certain places where I never ever thought, and of course, as we all know, that it's being said that it was man-made. It was scientifically orchestrated by certain elites and satanic forces, satanic alien people who control the world, apparently, which we were never aware of. So they have their agenda, is why they are doing all of this. And so the main weapon that they have is fear. And that is one thing that you should not allow yourself to feel. Fear, insecurity, being scared is not going to get you anywhere. It'll only get you towards death. I know eventually every one of us is going to die, but why not die with some self-respect and self-esteem intact instead of dying at the hard hands of the enemy? not literally the hands, but in a way, the hands of the enemy. Extended hands, I would say. Okay, so coming back to natural calamities, there is going to be a lot of earthquakes and landslides. Don't forget that 4 and 8 are both the numbers of Mother Earth. 4 plus 4 is 8. So it's amplified. Another thing is that there is a 9 coming in which activates it majorly. And the total of the year is 5, and the total of the year is 21, which adds to a 3. 3 is Jupiter, and wherever Jupiter comes in, it expands. It's a huge planet. Wherever it sits, wherever it comes, it expands. So it is also, if I'm not wrong, I think Jupiter is about in a couple of months or maybe a few weeks going to join Saturn in Capricorn, and Pluto is already there, which is what this combination has been coming in since 2019. In 2019, it was in Sagittarius. In 2020, it was in Capricorn, and it's now again coming back to Capricorn. So we witnessed wars, civil wars, and outcries in, at least in India. I don't know about the other countries. That is going to happen again. And it's going to bring a lot of eruptions. Now, these eruptions, it could be volcanoes. I had already spoken about volcanic eruption and major earthquakes in the Himalaya region and the Yellowstone National Park. And so these are going to happen all over the world. Now, these can also happen under the surface of in the oceanic bed, and that is also Earth. It is underwater, but it is also Earth, which can lead to tsunamis and things like that. Although I do not see a lot of deaths due to tsunamis or water element, basically. But yes, that is also a possibility, a far off possibility, I would say. I just hope that does not happen. Now, a lot of truths, past crimes and stories which have been happening over the centuries will be unearthed, will be exposed when these earthquakes happen, when these natural calamities happen. It's already happened in Germany. I hear that what I've read is, and you will not read these things on mainstream media. I don't know how far that is true. It is just one of the messages I got from somebody in Germany who said that there were bodies of children floating in the water that waded into their home, dead children. So apparently a lot of dead graves opened up, and which exposed a lot of things. I don't know how true that is, but I believe it. And I believe that the earthquakes now are going to just add to that. So be prepared to rethink, to upgrade your knowledge. It's always a good idea to empty your head up here, to absorb new facts and knowledge, reality. We at times are not open to a lot of facts around us because we are not part of it. We have not actually seen it happening, but that does not mean that it does not happen. Also, now 49 adds to a 13, which is the number of death. So unfortunately, yes, there is going to be a lot of deaths. And if you must be wondering, why did I have that smirk and smile on my face? It was not because of the deaths, but it was because of all that is going to happen. It's time for the politicians and elites to rethink their agendas and plans, or it will bring their ruin. Let's say it's Judgment Day for them. That is why I had that smile on my face. So I'm not saying that the judgment day is going to last only a day, but let's say it's going to be the beginning of their end. On the political front, there may be some major reshuffling, rethinking, replanning, which will be in in the background. It may only surface in October, November, surface for the public to know or notice or understand. So I would actually advise that keep a lookout and watch every small move and detail about what is happening, in on the political front, and keep yourself abreast with the real facts, because if you think that mainstream media is going to tell you about it, I'm sorry, but you're absolutely wrong. You need to get onto other platforms, other apps. There are a lot of them out there which are spewing uh, the reality and facts which most of the people are not even willing to accept, in spite of authentic pictures and videos and proof. Never mind. So, religious leaders are now going to jump in on the bandwagon of the propaganda that's been going around and trying to brainwash public. I understand that religion is very important for everyone, most people, but do not let that fool you. Do not let them brainwash you and lead you to your death. So, if you have to believe the mainstream media or these religious leaders, I'm not saying believe anybody, them or me or anybody else. I'm just saying just do a little bit of your own research before you take any drastic steps. And the smallest step could turn out to be drastic for you, is what I believe. I'm not saying believe me. And that is one sentence I've caught on so happily from Johan, that I'm not saying believe me, do your own research. Honestly, do your own research. Now, coming to relationships in the month of August, there's going to be marriages. And don't we actually have that most times of the year? Anyway. On the other hand, there is going to be a lot of exes who've gone away, who've broken up, resurfacing, coming back into your life. Some people may actually want to commit, actually want to get married, actually want to settle down with you. And if that is not possible, they'd want to get back in some manner. So I'd say be a little careful. Think before you leap. Also, some people who've had, taken a break from each other, they may get together after a brief separation. On the other hand, there are going to be people who will actually begin to contemplate, after taking all that shit and nonsense that they have been shoving under the carpet, not ready to face it, and trying to make their relationship work. They are actually going to start contemplating separation or divorce. I'm not saying they're going to do it. I'm saying they're going to start contemplating, probably go into a silent mode. So if your spouse or your partner is going into a silent mode, don't hound them with questions, but make sure that you talk it out. And some people's affairs or on the side may be exposed. So that may lead to separation or divorce or breakups. So in the last few months, I've noticed I say this almost every second month, but the numbers are like that. I can't really help it. On the other hand, to be on the positive side, holidays, visiting relatives, extended family, wedding parties, long distance, what is it called? Destination parties and destination weddings and things may be happening, and they will continue on the side. So the good and the bad, it's always two sides of the same coin. just be a little careful that you stay away from areas where you expect a landslide or an earthquake. That's all I ask for, please. Now, coming to finance, controlling expenses is going to be very important. Do not do unnecessary expenses. Some people may feel the pinch or lack of income, or the incoming funds may be delayed. And the other most important thing is that everybody is going through a lot, but do not end up giving a loan to someone, because it will not come back. If you're expecting, oh, that's my best friend, or that's my family, or my whatever, it's not going to come back. So if you want to give, please go ahead and give, but do not have expectations of it coming back. That's all I'm saying. Property business, people who are into property business are going to be very busy this month. So will, unfortunately, the pedos and Satanists. I think they may have a couple of rituals this month, especially on the 8th of August and 14 days after that, which is the 22nd of August. These two dates, by the way, are very important. They're going to be very important. If you can fast, if you can meditate, it's going to be beneficial to you. These two dates are very important because it's the new moon and the full moon, and 8th is the Lionsgate portal, and I'll put up posts about that on my Instagram and Twitter. Now, they are going to plan and probably have their rituals to further their agenda or strengthen themselves, unless nature, God, and according to me, nature is God and God is nature. So unless that stops them, or that, just imagine an earthquake happening or a volcano erupting right under where they are doing it and killing them all. Devilish. So hotels and resorts are going to be busy, like I said, holidays and wedding parties and all. So yeah, they're going to be busy. On the other hand, so event organizers also, and manufacturing units, anything to do with iron, anything to do with machinery, they are going to get busy. And luckily, it's not the pharmaceuticals, but the disaster management, the emergency ward of hospitals and doctors, surgeons are going to be busy. Surgeons. I'm not saying doctors, I'm saying surgeon doctors. It could also be with skin grafting, cosmetology. It could also include a lot of orthopedic surgeons. You'll know why. So when I come to health, digestion issues are going to come up. Acidity is going to come up. Please make sure you boil your water. Use some alum in your water. Have clean water. Wash your vegetables in that alum water. Just stir the alum in water and wash your vegetables, or soak your vegetables in it. That's really going to help. But other than that, with the combination of numbers that we have, there's going to be accidents, major accidents, fire accidents. There's going to be people who are going to be injured in earthquakes and landslides. There's going to be a lot of fractures. You may not be a part of that accident or something, but you could easily have a fracture right here in your home. I mean, that's what happened to me on the 8th of Jan this year at 5 p.m. sharp. So the combination of 8 and 5 is a tad dangerous. Take care of your bones. Please make sure you have calcium, and make sure you go spend some time in the sun so that your D3 is strong. You can also take D3 injections or sachets or medicines, and calcium. is going to take its own time. But apparently, if you have a glass of milk and in the night before you sleep and you pop a calcium pill after that, your calcium is well absorbed in your body. So that D3 sachet you could mix in your milk just before you have your calcium. But that is one thing you need to take care of. Back problems, slip disc, um, and so yeah, there may be a lot of deaths due to the natural calamities or the pandemic or the side effects of the the thing you'll use or you've been asked to use to avoid contacting the disease. But other than that, unfortunately, I see some kind of mysterious deaths happening this month. Now, when I say mysterious deaths, now these mysterious deaths could, I do definitely see it happening this month. So it's, if you hear of anybody's suicide or accident, dead in an accident, especially a celebrity or connected to a celebrity, it may not really be that. It may be a planned murder. So keep your eyes and ears open and yeah. Okay, so that was August. And I'm sorry, it's not very pleasant news I have to give you, but that's how the month is. And on a positive side, some people will make really good money and they will start a new life. But the best part is, as I've always said, I'm sorry this video has become a little long, but as I've always said, God is here within us. We are all part of God, is equal to we are all God. So if we have faith, we believe that we can do it. And if we take action against injustice and against tyranny and autocracy, we may be able to avoid. Of course, you have to be careful, you have to be sensible, you have to be logical, and we will sail through this. We all will, trust me. Take care. Goodbye. If you wish a personal reading, you can always contact me through my website, which is ginnianeja.com, or you can give me a call. My number is there all over social media. You can message me on Instagram or Twitter or Telegram. My Telegram channel is Ginni Aneja 11. So you can always get in touch with me if you need a personal guidance. Don't forget to watch the tarot and oracle for the month of August. I will be doing it live, and I will be taking general questions on all these subjects. And yes, while I was doing date-wise updates for August, one thing I forgot to mention is that with the combination of the dates and when I looked at the planets on those particular dates, somehow I had a feeling that there's a lot of fight for justice going on regarding mysterious deaths also, and regarding the pedophilia and the human trafficking and organ trafficking and all of that. It's just a gut instinct, but I feel that on certain dates, I think, if I'm not wrong, I think it was the 17th and 18th. Now 17 again adds 2 and 8. So it's 8, 8, 5. So I believe there's going to be certain arrests and there's going to be legal justice. So I don't know regarding which case it's going to be. I don't know if it's Hollywood or Bollywood, but I feel happy just thinking about it, that there will be justice. That's about it. And somehow I'm very sure. Let's see. Maybe the date will go wrong, but I'm sure something will happen. Goodbye. Take care.